And welcome to episode 90 of Hero Power. I am your host, Avantes, and as always, I am joined by my co-hosts, Zeroshio.
We made it, boys. 90.
And Versika.
Just 10 episodes away. And for our chat, I saw something come up that said, road tripping with Hero Power, this needs to be a blog series or a vlog of everything.
Oh.
Rest assured, I have already got the suction cup for the GoPro ready. So as soon as we pick Zero up, the filming begins.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long weekend. But before we get to any of that, we have got awesome special guest joining us for a second time on Hero Power. We've got Frid and Dan from HearthCoach. Woo!
Oh, right. Okay, so we're the ones here the second time. Who's special?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
It's quite the intro there.
We are super
so
stoked
much.
to have you guys. We're
I
always
feel
special.
special.
We are super stoked to meet up with you guys.
That's
I
right.
know. It's going to
We'll
be
talk
awesome.
about more of that later. We got a small
You guys
section in
coming?
the show notes for that.
You guys coming to town for something?
Yeah, is there like a soccer game or something down there?
We heard there was there was this small indie game company hosting a tournament. We thought we might come down and check it out.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I ain't got nothing to do. Maybe I'll road trip it.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we've got a great show lined up for you tonight. Before we get into any of that, though, Zeroshio, you've got this really kick-ass looking computer that you got from somewhere. Why don't you tell us a little bit about where you got it and where people can see it starting Friday?
So, obviously, we talk about Viforce gaming and their computers and how you can get a wonderful custom rig at a great price over at ViforceGaming.com. I'm going to be actually taking my custom rig that's been custom painted by Antonio Cortez down to DreamHack. You can come by and check it out. I'll have some flyers that have pictures, specs, and all the details you need to order your own Viforce computer. Of course, you can pick up a business card for Hero Power while you're down there, and just check it out yourself. I'll talk more about what we're going to be doing with my computer down at DreamHack on the second half of the show, but definitely go over to ViforceGaming.com or go to HeroPowerHS.com, click on the Viforce logo, and get your quote today.
All right, there you go. So we have no emails, no new iTunes reviews this week, so we are going to just jump right into it.
Apparently you had enough emails last week.
Yeah.
Yes,
We had enough emails last week to last us a while, but thank you guys. You know, as we've always said, we love hearing from you. This week, we saw the end of the Midsummer Festival, although somebody forgot to tell Mother Nature because it's hot as balls here in East Tennessee.
Come on down to Florida.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No, how
I was
about
just there.
Hey Dan? How about instead of us
gladly
coming to
come
Florida, we just meet up in Hotlanta?
Hey, that's not a bad idea at all.
It's pretty hot in here too, so don't get your hopes up.
But so if you guys remember, the Midsummer Festival brought us the double gold quest for all dailies.
Yes.
We got double gold for the length of the festival. Sad to see that go,
Yes.
but super excited for the beginning of the Frost Festival, which starts
Fools.
today.
Yes,
I don't know what this fool's thing is.
Yeah, so that's our good buddy Ahun. He rings in the Frost Festival, and not only is he here to, tell us how much better he is than Ragnaros, but he gives us a free arena run. This is just
Every week.
Yeah, a free
And the
arena
cool
run
thing
every
is,
week.
you get a quest that once you play 3 games in arena, which even if you go 0-3, you complete the quest, you get a free pack of Knights of the Frozen Throne that's coming out in August.
Oh,
How cool is that?
yeah. I'm stoked. So,
I'm pretty excited with what they're doing leading up to this in terms of stuff that they're giving us.
Yeah, so
yeah.
let's actually talk about it a little bit. So,
Yes.
Frid, have you gotten to play any today since this all released? Have you done your free arena run? Have you done the daily today to earn your pack yet?
Yeah, so I did the Tavern Brawl. That was the first thing, which I got the mage, and I got him on the first game because you had to kill those dummy Ragnaros, which is kind of funny. So I got my pack out of that, and then I had the arena, which is something I don't play usually, but for free, I'm game with that. So I started an arena with Priest. It was 5-0. Then it's 5-2, and then it's 6-2. So that's where it sits right now.
That's cool.
Now some guy missed lethal on me, so it should have been over, but I live to fight another day.
Take all the advantages you can, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of mage. I don't play a lot of arena, so I don't know what to expect. But one was like control with all the board clears and stuff, and then the other one's like an aggro mage. Constructed style, babbling book, mana worm, mirror images, missiles, boom boom. The mana worm did like 20 damage, so he got a fireball from a Cabalist Tome, and that's how he killed me when I was almost stabilized. But we'll see how it goes. I as you well know, I stock up on gold and dust. I also purchased the 50 packs, so I have that going. And then all these extra packs that we're getting, I'm saving them up for when the no duplicate legendary thing, even the classic packs. I'm waiting on that, so that maybe I get lucky on the classics as well. So
I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah,
that's smart.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Dan, did you get a chance to play the Tavern Brawl yet?
Yeah, I played it, and it took me a moment to figure out exactly what was going on because I just jumped into it. Knocked it out the first time around. That was pretty interesting how that played out. Luckily, I got just the right kind of deck because I just kept getting all this kind of 4 direct damage stuff and some weapons, and I just kept whacking that guy 3-4 times a turn. So
nice.
Mine ended pretty quick by turns. Wow, words by turn 6 or 7. Now, on the point we were talking about all the extra stuff that Blizzard's giving us, reminded me, I don't know if we had this conversation on the podcast or not, Frid, but I had mentioned how this go-around was the first time I couldn't come up with, like, cards to make decks. And we had to, come up with alternatives or figure something out. I'm glad to see them making some changes. So it looks like we'll be, getting more of a spread, none of the duplicates. Because the first two, I didn't get a lot of legendaries, and the first 2 I opened up were the same. It was a legendary
neutral
that anyone can use.
Yeah, neutral.
Neutral. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a neutral legendary.
I know this was one of your worst expansions in terms of luck around the packs and stuff. So I got pretty lucky.
Kept tossing decks out. Oh, can we do this one? And I went, no, can't do that one. We went through 2 or 3 last time before we figured something out that I had enough cards for.
Yeah, I got lucky, but with the way it works now, it would have been luckier because I have 3 Spiritbringer Umbras. So that sucks, and I have 3 of them. So that won't happen again. So that's always good.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. It seemed like Ungoro. It wasn't that they had more legendaries, but they had more high quality legendaries. The fact that there were 2 legendaries per class, and there were less of the, we'll call them garbage neutral legendaries. There's only like 3, maybe 4 that are considered garbage, where in previous sets there were like 8 or 9 that were considered garbage. So because there's higher quality legendaries, it seems like it's harder to get the cards you need, which, hopefully with the no duplicates and all the extra stuff they're throwing our direction, it'll kind of remedy that. It at least shows that Team 5 is listening to us.
Well,
Yes.
they just need to all give us the same algorithm they give Avantis.
Yeah.
We'll have all of our legendaries on
talking
the first
about?
day,
That's right.
and then we don't spend the rest of the time trying to figure out how to get our epics and our rares.
Yeah. You, I think the other thing with the Ongoro was that every class had 2 legendaries. The only one that did
Yes.
that before was the Hunter when they had Acid Maul and what's the other one?
Dread is it?
Dread Scale. Yeah.
Dread Scale. Yeah.
And Acid Maul. That was the only time that there were 2 legendaries for a class, I think. Now
They were arguably garbage legendaries.
right. So now you have 2 because of the quest, which was legendary, and then the normal class legendary, and you're gonna have the same thing with Knights of the Frozen Throne because of the Death Knight hero card.
And let's talk about that. Knights of the Frozen Throne, they're going to actually start doing card reveals July the 24th, which is this coming Monday.
Woo!
And they have confirmed that there will be a class legendary minion as well as the class legendary hero card. And of course, the rest of the legendaries will fill out into the neutral minions. Do you think with the changes to the loot and as well as the pack openings, as well as them giving us some card packs, that it'll be a little better than Ngoro, or do you think it'd be close to the same?
Who are you asking? Anybody?
Anybody, open forum.
All right, let's turn it over to our friends at HearthCoach. What are your guys' thoughts?
Well, I guess I'm crossing my fingers and hoping it'll be a little bit more like, Ungoro. Because I did this last go around. It was coming up with the best cards was rough. And I guess your point to that is also just a lot more quality stuff. So it's probably harder to come up with the things you need. Is a good point.
I mean, the bonus is going to be you're going to get a guaranteed legend in the first 10 packs, and you won't open a duplicate legendary, which, of course, if they're already garbage legendaries, quote unquote, then you probably won't want to dust them early on because they're actually going to raise your chance of getting the better legendaries.
Right.
I'm a completionist. I keep everything anyway. So
yeah, me too.
Well, and there's also a legendary at the end of the missions, which is another thing that they've added to it. So you'll get the first 10, boom, then you'll get one from the completing whatever missions, which should be free. They say they're going to be a little bit harder maybe than some of the
well, it's going to be at the end of
adventures.
you're going to get the hero legendary. It's going to be a random one of the 9, and you're going to get at the end of the prologue. So it doesn't start getting difficult until you get further on in the adventure.
Gotcha.
So the prologue, everybody should complete pretty easily.
Oh, okay. And my understanding is same rules apply, no duplicates of that one either.
Correct.
So that's good.
They said in all cases of opening legendaries, there'll be no duplicates, whether you get them as a reward or as you get them out of a pack, unless there's ever a situation where they give you a specific legendary. But in that case, that's not. I don't think they're going to be doing that, though.
Did they say anything about tweaking the occurrence or the pity timer beyond the 10? Anything on that they deny exists, but it does?
They've never actually confirmed that exists.
Mm-hmm.
The closest they've had from a confirmation is the legal rules they had to specify in for pack openings in China, which I think says average of one legendary in every 20 packs, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, they haven't said anything, but they haven't announced any tweaks other than the first 10 packs out of a set you've never opened before.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I suspect it'll be a little bit better given all that. Maybe they tweak all that a little bit without telling us.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting my packs and getting an average of mine and Versika's. Not Ravanti's, because his never counts. He has some kind of horseshoe above his computer or something.
I do? Where?
Hope it drops on your head.
So, all right, there's a really good conversation going on in chat about Hunter. We've seen the Hunter hero power, or the new Death Knight hero. that's going to be this hero power called Zombeast, where basically you get to discover 2 beasts and stitch them together and then cast them. So you'll never have the way I understand it, you'll never have a discover beast that's more than 5 casting cost, because you can discover 2 5s and create a 10 cost. But there's a Zombeast simulator on one of the websites. I can't remember if it's Hearthpwn or Hearthhead, but played around with it a little bit, and it's kind of it's kind of satisfying when you get like Knuckles with Angry Chicken.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think of this new hero power? Do you think it's going to help the hunter? And I'm going to actually throw this out to Versika to start, because he was kind of talking about this a little bit in chat. But do you think this is going to help hunter maybe come back into prominence a little bit? Because they've kind of fallen by the wayside in the last few months.
I think that hunter is primed for a comeback, but I don't think it's going to be the hunter that everybody knew. I think if they stay on the trend that they've shown that they want to go down, I think they want something like a mid-range hunter to be successful. But I think the other cards in the meta have proven to be too fast, and the cards that they've made for hunter to really get back in the game are more mid to late game. So if they continue on the trend of wanting to slow the game down a little bit, then I think that a couple of extra good cards somewhere in the 3 and 4 slot, combined with explosive trap and freezing trap, I think you can start to see a mid-range hunter, a real mid-range hunter, start to emerge. And if that mid-range hunter falls more on the control side, using cards like Dynamancy and then this new the new Death Knight Hunter hero card, I think you can start to see more of a buff style hunter start to work. It's all really going to depend on how they handle the turns 1 through 5, which in the past they've proven they have a hard time balancing that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think combined with Priest's new 2 casting costs, deal 1 damage to everything on the board, lifesteal, I think that's actually going to slow the meta down a lot. I think its impact is going to be a lot more than even people suspect that it will be. You combine that with Maelstrom Portal, you combine it with Lightning Storm, you combine it with Explosive Trap, and I think there's enough out there early game that if you're playing a clash, you're going to have an answer early. And I think that alone will slow the meta down a little bit. And I don't think Smork Hunter is going to be a thing in this next set, and probably not in the set after. But I do think that you can see an aggressive tempo style start to kind of form with what we saw from Mean Streets and Ungoro. So if they err on that side, then it's going to have to compete with the likes of the Tempo Warrior and trying to outpace something like a Quest Warrior. But if you see a mid-range fall more on the control side, you can start to see a hunter build that can easily get its minions out of range of a lot of the board-centric control. And you could see that style of hunter can maybe start to control the game starting on turn 6 and 7. And that's kind of where they put hunter. So it's all about turns 3 and 4 for hunter. If turns 3 and 4 for hunter, if they can get a good solid minion or a good solid spell in that area that helps them control a minion. I mean, Deadly Shot's great, but you can't control what it hits. So if they get something like, say, something that pairs well with Kill Command, where it's not taking away a win condition, something that just eliminates a minion in that area to help them stay alive in that turn, in that little turn segment there, I think you could see Hunter start to come back.
Okay.
Well,
Go ahead,
I think
Fred.
it definitely depends on what they get, but I was thinking about this. If you're trying to go more of a mid-range, probably more control route with this hero power that gives you infinite value in a sense, albeit a little bit slow, there is a deck out there. It's kind of a cheesy deck that uses Barnes and Yashar. and then you get another discharge. That's the idea.
I
And
wouldn't know anything about that.
and it almost kind of works with what we have, because there's what is it, Grievous Bite and Explosive Shot, and
Yeah.
I mean there are tools out there that allow you to hang around, and then on the big swing when you play that hero card, maybe kill some stuff that's on the board. It may be a thing. I just, again, it'll all depend on what else they get. These Death Rattle minions, maybe they get some sticky minions that you can play early and they stick around to help you contest the board. To your point about the kill command, some beast like Grandma, some kind of thing like that is hard to kill. But Hunter is so much about going face that we'll see if they can make a transition. When you transform the hero power, I mean, something like Stampede may finally realize its potential, right? Because that card was pretty hyped up, and it's still not quite there. But maybe now you can get beasts, make one that's cheap, play another one, keep getting cards, possibly.
Yeah, I think the goal there was a minion-based lock and load style deck, so that you had tempo on the board, as well as kind of a slower kind of gameplay for Hunter, and just didn't work out. My biggest concern, though, is in Ungoro, the first mechanic and card they revealed was Quest, and it was the Priest Quest. How long did that last? Not real long. I mean, people tried to make it work because it was the first thing they revealed, but it didn't work out well. In Mean Streets...
But why did it not work?
The mechanic, I don't know.
The meta was too fast.
Well, sure, the meta was probably too fast. I agree there.
There's just not enough quality Death Rattles right now.
I don't think there's enough quality Death Rattles right now.
You go to Wild, and you could try it. So.
Secondly, is in Mean Streets, the first mechanic they revealed was obviously the tribes, but it was the hand buff mechanic, and everybody's like, "Oh, great, hand buff mechanic," and then it was third tier. Nobody wanted to play it. So
once again, I go back to my same thing.
I get it.
Why did it not work?
But my point is the very first thing they reveal out of a set usually falls flat. And I really want the new Rexar Death Knight hero to revolutionize Hunter and make me want to play it. But I think it's going to fall flat. I don't think we're ready for it.
If you go back to the set before that, which was Whispers, Cthulhu actually made it all the way through, and there were still viable Cthulhu decks being played in tournaments all the way up until really Mean Streets took over.
Yeah.
And actually, I still play Warrior Cthulhu from time to time. It was surprisingly effective against Quest Rogue, by the way.
I'm still seeing various Cthulhu decks on the ladder right now.
So I think it's one of those. I think it's one of those things where I feel like much in the way GVG got out of hand with its power creep. I feel like Mean Streets and even Ungoro got a little out of hand with their early game, and I think that they've kind of started to rein that back in. And I think now you're going to start to see the meta slow down, and so there's a chance it can catch hold again.
Chat asked a pretty good question. Do you think the introduction of the mechanic of lifesteal being more broad across other cards is going to help to kind of counteract that aggro centric meta that you're talking about? I see Frid shaking his head. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about what is the problem beyond it, the aggressiveness of the meta is also the lack of healing, right? I mean, there's like Paladin, Priest, and now Druid in a sense with Earthen Scales and Jade. They could get some healing, and Feral Rage. Shaman, some versions that are not the good one have healing. But, I mean, outside of that, it's like, okay. So it has potential, especially that you can throw it into a spell to allow you to stay competitive. With things like Burn Mage that if you're a shaman, a token shaman, and you know it's turn 9 and they're going to Alex you're dead. There's no way you could catch up, and it's a frustrating thing where maybe with lifesteal you get the opportunity to get some of that back, even if it's something expensive like remove some minion and get that on life. I don't know how they're gonna implement it, but that should allow for more slowdown of the meta for sure. It just depends on who's gonna get what.
Dan, you've been quiet. What are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are not going to go along with most people's. I know.
Good. That's
I've
what we
said
want to
this.
hear.
We talked about this on our podcast. Personally, like for myself, I dread the idea of this meta slowing down anymore. It's just talking about it right now. I'm starting to have a panic attack over it. That's for real. Oh man, I cannot stand long
Aggro is
games.
life.
I cannot. Yes, even if I win by the end of a 20-minute game because of my ADD dyslexic, it takes so much work and power to stay concentrated. Even if I win, I'm like done. I'm like I don't even hardly want to play anymore. And when I lose a long game like that, I am done. I for the night. I got to put it away, and I just can't play anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I want my game. I want my game over by turn 6.
Yeah,
I'm not done by turn 6. I'm like, yeah, this isn't gonna go well. And usually by 7 or 8, I'm conceding.
One of our other patrons, I'll give a shout out to Jolly. He hit Legend last season and was hoping to do it again. And with the rogue quest nerfs, he's just been in a tough spot. And we've been doing our best to console him in Discord. He's toughing through. He's trying other things and he's trying to figure it out. But he's just having a hard time because right now the meta is shifting from an aggro-based meta to more of a control. Because you think just getting rid of Quest Rogue wouldn't slow down the other aggro decks, but because all the control decks are saying, hey, I don't have to deal with Quest Rogue anymore, now the other aggro decks aren't fast enough, so now they have to switch over to more mid-range, and it's tough. And
yes.
I'm excited.
Tail.
I'm excited because
I'm sad.
Good players will figure out a way to find something and still do well with it. And great players are going to find out how to do extremely well and do better than they were before the meta change.
I know. I was so annoyed with that change to Quest Rogue. It's like, what are you guys doing? Oh, it didn't work that well to begin with. You just take something that was mediocre, made it absolutely.
I only had one job, and that was go face.
All right, Brasika, what do you got?
Face is the place.
And actually, Matt at Arms in chat brought out a good point that the meta will be fast as long as Jade exists, and he actually the thing about letting Quest Rogue get nerfed was actually holding Jade in check, because if you die on turn 6, it's not going to matter if you're Jade.
I know.
Or big or not,
exactly.
Right? But yeah. I'm going to. I don't agree with you.
I know. No, most people don't agree with me, and I'm not saying my point of view is like a good, healthy one for the game in general. But
it's yours.
From my point of the world, that's what I'm dealing with.
I got you. I don't have any fun playing a 5-minute game of Hearthstone. 6 turns, and I don't actually get to interact with the deck that I'm playing against. Is zero fun for me. It's one of the reasons why I pulled back. I actually probably wouldn't have played much at all last month if I hadn't been doing the free-to-play. I'd have played just enough decks to do the show. But it did keep Jade in check, and I think it goes back to power creep and the mechanics of Mean Streets were so... Well, I think we all could see that the Kazakus-based deck depended so much on Reno that once Reno rotated out, that tribe pretty much died. Yes. Hand buff tribe was pretty much dead off the bat because the Jade mechanic ended up being so powerful.
Oh yeah.
And it's one of those things where I look at something like that and I'm just like, did you guys really think this through?
Mhm.
I mean, when you play tested this, tell me you play tested this. Did you really think that it wouldn't have this kind of impact? And it kind of boggles my mind. But now that Quest Rogue is gone, everyone has switched back to Jade Druid because it's a sure thing. You know, the only thing better than playing a fast game and winning is playing a moderately fast game and winning. And you can do that with Jade. If it ramps right, you can have a game done in 7-8 minutes. And once your opponent gets past a certain health and attack on their Jade, you're probably just dead in the water, and most people just go ahead and concede. So yeah, it's kind of one of those things now where Jade is running around pretty much unchecked, and I'm sitting here trying to think of a counter for Jade Druid, and there's just not one. It kind of goes back to what Frid was saying earlier. Your control deck's dependent on healing. So you take away healing wave from Shaman, and now Shaman either has to just concentrate on healing itself, which is the bad version of Shaman, like Frid said, or you have to beat it with something that can just out-heal it or out-armor it, which immediately brings you to Quest Warrior and Control Shaman, and both of those decks concentrate on just outlasting. And it's, you know, I guess you could get Freeze Mage to kind of beat it if you can time the Ice Block and the Alexstrasza correctly, but I mean, for the most part, you're coin flipping if you go up with one of those decks against Jade Druid, but at least you've got a coin flip chance. Most of the decks out there right now just can't keep pace.
Mhm.
Well, Wild.Ben brings up an interesting topic in chat. He said, I think seeing Jade Druid this last weekend at DreamHack Valencia shows how much Quest Rogue was needed in the meta. Now, Mad at Arms did a great, got some great intel on, I think it was Mad at Arms. If hopefully I'm getting that right.
It was Yellow Dart.
It was Yellow Dart. Okay, put it in our Discord, and of the top 16, I think 13 brought Druid. But not all of those are Jade Druid. About 2/3 of those are Jade Druid.
8 of those 13 were Jade Druid.
8 of the 13 were Jade Druid, but the rest were aggro Druid. And I believe what a lot of these players are doing is they're bringing aggro Druid to counter Jade Druid. And so far, it's actually been doing pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. Shaman can maybe get it. If you fill up and Bloodlust early, you're going to be okay. But it's tough. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Jade or Druid, but it's something we have to deal with, and I expect to see a lot of it this weekend.
Talking about that data coming out of DreamHack Valencia of the top 16, the single most prevalent deck that was played the most was not actually Jade Druid. It was Evolve Shaman. There was more Evolve Shaman in that top 16 than there was any other class.
Which is the counter to Jade Druid now that Quest Rogue is gone.
Yes.
I look at that matchup and I don't see as much the counter as I see that it's not great against any one thing, but it's not just particularly bad against any one thing. It's almost it's the safe deck. So it's
it is.
If I come, this deck isn't going to get banned. It's probably going to get me at least a win. Mm-hmm. So in Conquest format, it makes total sense to bring Evolve Shaman. But in a Last Hero Standing format, I'm not sure if Evolve Shaman is necessarily the way to go.
I like it in Last Hero Standing just because you're going to have your 2 decks that you're going to basically try to run the tournament off. And then the other 2 decks are to either draw out bans or counter something that's getting in your way. If you have something that you need to target that you can't ban, and you know they're going to play it, then you play that one deck to beat it. And that's kind of the mentality I'm going in my preparation, without giving up too much information. And that's kind of my lineup is I have a one-off deck. Frid, I see Frid kind of gritted over there. He knows my one-off deck. I have my one-off deck that people will go, why are you playing this in the tournament? But then the other 3 decks are nice, solid meta decks.
Yeah. So let's talk about this weekend a little bit. DreamHack Atlanta, July 21st to the 23rd. The Grand Prix starts at 11 a.m. on Friday. Now, notable pros who are going to be in Atlanta this weekend. You're going to have...
Take a deep breath.
You're going to have Navi. You're going to have Sidonia. You're going to have Green Sheep. Our buddy Dr. Jikaninki, who's been on the show. You'll have Terrence M., Muzzy, Zalay, Frozen, Amnesiac. Ray C will be there. Ant, who just came off a great showing at Spring. You'll have Chalky, Shoot. A lot of great pros will be out in attendance. So it's a great time.
Big shout out also to Language Hacker, who's also going to be there. He was top 16 in DreamHack Austin and a practice partner of Frid's. And a big shout out to him. He helped me out with some decisions for my deck lineup this weekend. So thank you, Language Hacker.
So what's the over under that Amnesiac stops by Zeroshio's table to talk to him about his recent opinions?
I am not afraid to back down from the young savage. I'll buy him a drink. Of course, it'll be chocolate milk because he ain't old enough to drink a beer, and we'll just talk it out.
And the hits keep coming. Just get his autograph before he punches you in the face.
I got all my recording equipment. I got my 4-channel board. I got multiple microphones.
So
I got portable stuff. I'm going to be, hitting everybody up for interviews and stuff. And yeah, I'll happily, just follow behind you guys. Hold my little Zoom up over there.
It's going to be hilarious. It's going to be Frid and Zeroshio are over there. They're playing in the tournament. Avantes is like, come on, guys, keep up. And you just see Metal Dan and Rasik in the back. We look like pack mules with all of our tech equipment. We got cameras all over ourselves and big heavy backpacks. It looks like antennas sticking out from our...
Real quick, talking back to Amnesiac. If Amnesiac comes up to me and he addresses what I said on the show, my first response will be, you listen to the show?
Yeah, I hear you.
So, all right. So, yeah. Make sure you tune in this weekend. If you're looking for something to watch, it's going to be twitch.tv/DreamHackHS. So,
Yep.
All
So
right.
we kind of glossed over it a little bit, but the Tavern Brawl this week is the new Frost Festival themed from Ahoon coming in. And it says, enjoy Frost Festival games, fool. Destroy Ragnar's dummies faster than your opponent. Heroes cannot be healed or keep armor. And basically, just to run it short, Frid kind of mentioned it shortly, is you're either a mage or you're a paladin. You have the immune status, and your job is to kill these dummies. And when you kill them, they do 4 damage to your opponent. And whoever, goes to 0 first loses. It's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I love, more than anything else, I love that they're adding theme and story to the Tavern Brawls to kind of launch us into a new set, where before they kind of just did repeat brawls, maybe a little bit of theme change to them, a little artwork, but that's it. So it's nice that they're putting a little effort into this in-between time for set expansion.
Glad you're interested in theme and stories, because I was in California last weekend, and we've got theme and stories, guys. It's going to be awesome. So, all right.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm normally not a big fan of the Tavern Brawl. It's a pack, it's a chore. But I've kind of enjoyed what they did with the one, which one was it? To kill as many of those tokens, or was that it? How many minions you get killed, or whatever it was. And I enjoyed this one too. I think giving you a new experience altogether like that it's not just kill straight up your opponent and then it becomes some kind of silly coin flip. I mean, some of these are coin flippy, but at least it gives you a different way to think about, all right, I gotta kill 8 of these Ragnaroses to win, so let me see how I can do that better. Okay, I can appreciate that, as opposed to some same Hearthstone but with some constraints. That just, it's not as appealing to me. So kudos for these type of storytelling and just completely unique styles.
Yep. So all right, well, that brings us to this week's deck analysis and breakdown. We did kind of skip over the HGG highlights this week. They'll be in the show notes if you guys want to check those out. As always, some great games happening in HGG. We're winding down, getting to the end. So make sure you check those out. But this week's...
Just real quick on that, the last of the top 8 going to decide the final 4 will be tomorrow evening at midnight Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Pacific.
So this week's deck was brought to us by Frid, and it is Big Druid. So you guys, anybody that's played lately has probably seen a version of this deck. It's been pretty popular out in the meta. So I'm going to run down the deck list real quick, and then I'll turn it over to Frid to kind of talk a little more about the deck and how it plays. And so the deck includes 2 Innervates, 1 Earthen Scales, 2 Wild Growth, 2 Wrath, 1 Jade Blossom, 1 Mire Keeper, 2 Swap, 2 Nourish, 2 Moonglade Portal, 2 Ancient of War, and 1 Giant Anaconda. Your neutral cards are 1 Hungry Crab, 1 Galaka Crawler, 1 Iron Beak Owl, 1 Bright-Eyed Scout, 1 Stampeding Kodo, the Curator, 2 Primordial Drakes, Ysera, Deathwing Dragonlord, and Yasarj. So,
woo!
This,
I think I got diabetes.
Not for the
sugar in this deck.
not for the budget minded here.
Yeah, definitely not for the budget minded. But why don't you give us a rundown of what you expect from this deck, how it plays, what you look for in your mulligans, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so one of the things Druid has always been able to do is cheat with mana acceleration that is not accessible to anyone else, except maybe Preparation a little bit and some of like Radiant Elemental and or Sorcerer's Apprentice. But in terms of cheating out big minions before your opponent can, nobody does it like Druid. And I don't know where this came from, actually, who originated this idea, but the one that you see is a combination. I'm not going to claim credit, as you know, the internet police will come after me. It's a blended version between something I saw Zixo post, and then I saw Colento play something, and I sort of mashed those two things together to come up with this idea.
And we don't need any more trouble from the Podcasters Association. We're on thin ice as it is.
Yes, we don't want them to come after us for taking credit for things we have not much to do with. One of the things to say for sure is the Zixo version had, I believe, a Tar Creeper and a Starfall, which I think are there for aggro, to clean up shaman boards and things like that in case things get out of control. But the basic concept of the deck is that you're going to ramp up. So that's why you have Mire Keeper, Jade Blossom, Wild Growth, and Innervate. And try to cheat out these giant minions earlier than your opponent can. Now, that's the ramp Druid plan that has been like that since time immemorial. With things like Giant Anaconda that pulls out things from your hand that have high attack, with things like Yasarj, and with Deathwind Dragonlord, it's one of those things that you can have one of these swing turns that just absolutely blows the opponent out because everything comes out, there's no way to deal with it, especially if you ramp, and it's just overwhelming. What you're looking for at the beginning in your mulligan is always going to be Innervate, Wild Growth, Jade Blossom. If you're going second, I mean, even Mire Keeper if you have an Innervate, things like that. Because you want to be able to ramp. There's not much you're going to be doing at the beginning, although you do have a Hungry Crab and a Galaka Crawler, which are questionable choices, but it can help you contest early Paladins and or anybody that runs pirates, which includes warrior, rogue, shaman, any of those.
That was something I was going to point out. There's quite a bit of what we call tech cards in this deck. Mm-hmm. And do you feel that this deck would run as well without the tech cards, or are the tech cards really dependent for the deck to work well?
No, I mean, those are just things that you're trying to hedge against some of these explosive starts, so you have a fighting chance. But all of a sudden you run into, I haven't seen a paladin here in a while. Well, maybe get rid of the hungry crab and you can put something big. I mean, this is what it does. Or I'm seeing too much shaman. There's a lot of aggro. Well, then maybe a tar creeper or perhaps the starfall, like I was saying, which can work as single target as well as splash the board. But I saw this even be played competitively somewhere, I believe. Maybe it was Seed Story Cup, which is semi-competitive. I guess it's not 100% competitive.
Yeah,
but
our chat says they think Osaka brought it to Seat Story Cup.
Yeah, so it can win. But the greed is so big. But it's no better feeling that, and this just happened before I jump. I was playing a little bit. The Giant Anaconda, you can trade it in. I played the Primordial Drake. It killed the Anaconda. Out comes a Deathwing on top of that. It's like clear the board. And then the new Deathwing entrance is like, oh my god, now this is the stuff. There's fire everywhere. There's this 12/12. And it's like, you look at the opponent's mana, they're like at 6. And all this has happened. You're like, what just happened? So it can just blow things out. Now, Equality Consecration, things like board clears like that, it can be a problem, or big single target things. But because BGH is not a thing anymore, you can greed it out and just play all this giant stuff and just let it rip. I think some versions also play Barnes. That's another one that fits pretty well in the deck because it just allows you to bring something big like that out. Let me see. Yeah, and I think that's one of the things. Sometimes the Ironbeak Owl, I've seen this play when you have Barnes. We don't have it here, but it brings out a 1/1 Deathwing, and then you silence it and it becomes a 12/12 again. So it's kind of a neat thing that you can do with the Owl. So, but its Spiky Steed is a good target, things like that.
Yeah, it's just a lot of fun options.
Yeah, and because you have so many big things, like 3 mana for a 2/1, sure, why not?
Okay.
And the other thing is, the Bright-Eyed Scout, if you're Frid, you'll always pull a Galaka Crawler or an Innervate. But if you're an average player, then you'll get like a big minion. And anything that it pulls, it will cost 5. So you could also cheat something out that way. So you could, depending, if you don't have any plays and you have to play it on 4, then so be it. But if you can time it where you think, hey, I've gone through the cheap stuff, there's a good chance I'm going to hit like something big here. If it's turn 4, you could get something to play on turn 5. It's an interesting card.
Okay.
So then you have Earthen Scales and the 2 Moonglades to give you longevity if you're taking a beating for some reason, because of all the aggro we've talked about. You haven't had a chance to control the early game and you're taking a pounding. Well, you get Moonglade, you get Earthen Scales to try to compete. If you're seeing even more, again, you can try to fit in like a Feral Rage or something like that. That can work as removal as well as more life. But again, those are things you could play with. You have 2 12/12s and a 10/10, so you will get 13 to 11 life for 1, which is pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, that's really good. So, all right, well,
guys, have any
yeah,
any questions outside the tech choices, or have you tried this yourselves?
I have. I'm 12-0 with it, but I took out Hungry Crab and Stampeding Kodo, and I worked in Barnes and Blood Mage Thalnos, and I was using Blood Mage Thalnos with the Blood Mage Thalnos with Swipe, and I was keeping my Wraths back to help. I was using Blood Mage in combination with those spells to help keep the board clear of things I didn't really want to mess with. And then Ironbeak Owl, like you said, if I happened to draw a Deathwing, I Ironbeaked Owl the Deathwing, but I was keeping it in my hand in case there was something that came out that I just couldn't really deal with. And Tar Creepers are actually surprisingly annoying for this deck to handle So I was mostly keeping it back for that. But yeah, I've not lost with this deck after I made those 2 changes.
Yeah, I mean, again, the Bright-Eyed Scout / Barnes are the high roll, low roll. So if you're Frid, stay away. But if you're Versika, maybe you throw those in, and you'll always get something good like
Well,
a death one.
Hold on. According to my, if I can get my deck tracker to pop up, I think I Barnes into Yasarj out of the 12 games like 7 or 8 times.
Okay. So at a fireside with Versika at Green's Tavern, shout out to Green's Tavern, they're awesome. This man Barnes into Yasar's, was it like 4 times on me?
Yes.
And I thought
out of 5 games.
Out of 5 games, I think he's running this janky deck that has 2 minions, Barnes and Yasar's. He's like, no, I've got like half the deck's minions. I'm like, how are you getting Yasar's every time? It's just his luck. Between Versika's luck with Barnes and Avanti's luck with Pax, I think they're sucking all the luck out of me. Hopefully, I'll be able to do something this weekend.
Maybe we should have thrown them in here because I didn't know this fact. I should have just gone with that.
I checked out this deck, but I don't have Yasar's. I think I might have burned it in a fire at one point after being beaten by it so much. And I think I'm missing the giant anaconda. So I didn't want to blow my dust this close to an expansion, but I would love trying this out maybe when the new expansion comes out and I get some more dust.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that anaconda is worth dust crafting for right now.
Yeah, that's my thought.
I really like anaconda, but don't play it when you have an Ancient of War in hand.
Yeah.
Just don't. Because as much as my Barnes liked my Yasarj, my giant anaconda loved my Ancient of War more.
Yeah, it did.
So
had to be said.
Your anaconda don't want none unless it's got ancient.
Pretty much. Were you trying to hide
Oh my
your
goodness.
So, all right, that's enough talk about Versika's giant anaconda. Let's move on. All right, guys.
We'll get an email about that pretty soon too.
Great.
I bet
I'll be here
Versika
to
down in
defend
the Key
myself
West.
for this one.
Starting to degenerate. Let's bring it back up.
All right.
So, all
I
right.
was a dirty comedian.
Well, that's pretty much it for the news portion of the show this week. Last thoughts. So, Dan, why don't you tell all of our listeners where they can find you and Frid? Where can they find HearthCoach? Give them all that good information.
Certainly. You can find HearthCoach at hearthcoach.net. You can email us at hearthcoachpodcast@gmail.com. And you can find us on your regular social medias on Facebook, at HearthCoach, on Twitter. And you can find our podcasts on most of your podcast curators.
Yeah, and if you guys don't follow Dan on Twitter, you should. It's a good time. What's your personal Twitter there, Dan?
DC Skulls.
Okay.
I think it's at DC Skulls.
All right.
Did you change
I
it?
believe. Yeah. Or
Is it not the Megadan?
oh, I think I'd know my own Twitter by now.
I was getting ready to say I don't have
That
that.
doesn't sound
How do
right.
I not have
No,
that?
that was. That's the EDD dyslexic thing. Inserting in there what it felt like putting in.
All right. And Frid, where can they find you?
Yeah, so you can find me at my Twitter is at Frid Gaming, and I'm on Facebook and all that good stuff. Can I plug one more thing?
Absolutely.
Please.
You know that Zerosia was talking about the session I coordinated with Language Hacker, and Blake Hall was also in there, and it was Zerosia, myself, and that was actually when he won the tournament. There was a banked coaching that was somebody had paid for
Almost the whole year.
Yeah, they didn't want to use it. Zerosia's like, I'm saving it for this one time. So I wanted to make it worthwhile for him and just kind of make it a little bit more special to talk about lineups with somebody with even more experience. So if you want to be a part of that, you could check us out, patreon.com/hearthcoach. It's all the information about how to participate in our tournaments. and then how you can support us and be eligible for coaching opportunities, which with me for the most part, but every now and then I could, if you have a specific need like this particular one, which is like a DreamHack prep, I may be able to coordinate something like that. So patreon.com/HearthCoach.
All right.
Yeah, and speaking as a member of the Wall of Champions, it's definitely worth the patronage. If you win that tournament, there's a cash prize, and like you mentioned, there is coaching sessions as part of the prize. It's well worth it. I've competed in those, 4 of them now, or 3 of them.
Something like that.
5. I don't know if you've been in
5,
all of
maybe. Yeah, no, I wasn't the first one, so I've been in 4 of the 5. So yeah, because the first one's what made me want to get in the second one, and then losing to Juvento made me want revenge. So, which I got. So definitely go over there and check that out. There, it's a great group to patron and be part of.
All right.
And thanks for throwing up our new logo. I guess Ronnie dropping that early on us wasn't a total disaster. So appreciate that.
It looks great. You guys did a great job on it. So
yeah, my lovely fiance did that one.
Nice. So all right. Yep. So Versika, you got any last minute things you want to add before we go check out this Big Druid deck?
No, I just went over to Twitter to make sure I was following the correct Dan account, and
yeah.
I got over there and saw that the admins the crew for DreamHack Atlanta just had their photo taken about an hour ago and posted it up on Twitter. So I know the crew's getting ready. Nice. And I'm pretty sure they took it from a drone. I'm anxious to see if it was a Spark. Yeah. Because if they can fly their Spark, maybe I can fly mine.
There you go.
I'm hoping.
All right. Zeroshio, any last things you want to add?
I want to give a shout out to our patron Discord and everybody that's patroned us over at Hero Power, patreon.com/Hero Power. I've had a lot of help getting my lineups ready and picking decks for DreamHack Atlanta. Big shout out again to Frid, Blake Hall, and Language Hacker for having a training session with me this past Sunday. It really helped me out a lot, gave me a lot of confidence, and I feel ready to go. I can't wait. This will be my first large major, and it'll be my first major LAN tournament in Hearthstone, and we're gonna rock it out. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked for it. So, Fred, somebody asked in chat earlier, are you rocking the ATL Hearthstone shirt?
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me
there it is. Oh, yeah. There it is. Yeah, Bunny will be very happy to see you rocking that shirt.
That's right.
Which, if you guys haven't met Bunny, she's the innkeeper at Battle and Brew in Sandy Springs, Georgia. She's awesome, and they are having a meet and greet tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. We'll be there. Dan and Frid will be there. Come out, hang out with us. It'll be a good time.
Language Hacker's coming with us.
Nice.
He told me where he's staying. I'm looking at it across the street from my office. So.
Nice.
Cool.
It's like walking, so it'll be a good time. You should try to, if you're coming, whoever's out there. I'm sure maybe Yellow Dart will be out there as well. So Blake Hall for sure. So come out and say hi, Bunny, and that whole crew, and that place is awesome. You'll see.
Matter of fact, I will be playing footsie with Yellow Dart. He's sitting directly opposite of me, and we're gonna have some Indian wrestling. I guess I don't know what's going on with that. So, yeah, we're all kind of sitting together.
Does he know?
Not yet.
Okay.
He does now.
He does now.
There's a seat. A bunch of us are sitting in the end of the Cougar section. It wasn't what I thought it was. I guess it's a gaming supply company. But anyways, that's where we're sitting. And then Frid and Dan and them are all going to be over. I believe Blake Hall's going to be over there as well, over in one of the premium sections over in Section B.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that is going to do it for us for the audio portion. If you are joining us on Twitch or YouTube.
I forgot a shout out I promised I would do. Is Wild.Ben. Thank you so much. He makes Dad Legend shirts. I have a Dad Legend supposedly coming to me. A Dad Legend shirt coming. He makes great product. Follow him at Wild.Ben on Twitter. Also, he hung out with Avantis out in California this past week. So big shout out to him.
Yep, go check out dadlegend.com for more
that's
info there. So,
I wish he could make it down to Atlanta with us. I need to get one of those shirts.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So, if you're joining us on Twitch or YouTube, stay tuned for our live play portion. If you are listening via our audio podcast, we'd like to thank you for joining us. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter at HeroPower_cast. You can find all of our past episodes on YouTube at youtube.com/ECMMOGamers or on our website at HeroPowerHS.com. If you enjoy the show and you'd like to help support and improve it, or join our patron-only Discord, you can do that for as little as $1, and you can find that at patreon.com/HeroPower. Until next week.
And don't forget to use your hero power at DreamHack Atlanta.
Alrighty. So while I am firing up the client, and I guess Frid, are you driving tonight?
Is that it? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Should I?
Yeah.
Do I need?
You or Dan, whoever has the deck built.
Do I need to play?
You could drive. I'll just
Yeah, if you
try
don't
and
mind.
not. I'll try not to derail everything.
Yeah, no, I'll play it. It's fine.
Okay.
Do it.
While we're getting set up, Zeroshio, why don't you tell us a little more about our friends out at Viforce?
So I've talked week after week about my custom rig. It's been made. It's been purchased. I've been testing it for the past month. I've got it painted. It looks gorgeous. We're going to be doing lots of blogs and reports from the event. I'll get a bunch of really nice pictures up for everybody to see. But if you're down at DreamHack Atlanta, come by and say hi to me. I made sure I'm over on the very edge of row B7 over in the Cougar Gaming section. So right at seat 1 at B7, you can come check out my rig. You won't miss it. It'll have a big Hero Power logo on it and a Hero Power banner. So come say hi, and we'll play some games and have some fun.
Excellent. I will be checking it out.
Yeah. All right. So
Do you want me to go for it, or
yeah,
wait?
go ahead and queue up and let us know when you've found a worthy opponent, and I will spectate
Yeah,
you.
Already looks like we got somebody.
Okay.
Ooh.
You got your spectate on? Oh, there we go. Yep, there it goes. It takes it some time sometimes.
It was slow.
So this is a Pirate Warrior. I'm gonna get smorked down. All right. So
Curator, Wild Growth, Wrath, and Earthen Scales in our opening hands.
It could be taunt. Sorry, I couldn't even say that without laughing.
Right, yeah, it's a warrior. So what are we thinking here, Frid?
it's probably a Pirate Warrior. So I'm thinking just hanging on to Wild Growth and Wrath. I mean, that's
You look like you choked on that.
Yeah.
It's a
yeah.
pirate warrior.
I can't even. Earthen Scales may be appealing, but we need some other stuff to contest. So I'm going to throw back the Curator and Earthen Scales and keep the other two. Unless there's any other suggestions. Ha,
Oh no, I absolutely agree.
here we go. Let's see what we got. Okay, Swipe is good for this, I hope.
Yeah.
Here comes Nasat's first mate, right?
Oh!
Every time.
Pirate
Never
Warrior,
fails.
who would have thunk?
All right.
I can't believe it's Pirate Warrior, shock face.
Yeah.
No
All right.
comment.
So I guess we do nothing here. And,
Yeah, I think you just pass here.
Yeah.
trying to set up, I guess, the Swipe maybe. Let's just
Turn
see.
3 swipe.
If he plays the Berserker, that'd be good target for it. Oh, look at that. That's good for us. He just armor up.
So do we turn 2 Wrath and draw a card?
I wouldn't even Wrath. I would
Yeah, just Wild
armor
Growth.
up.
Just Hero Power?
Or Wild Growth. Yeah,
Wild
Wild Growth
Growth.
works.
Oh,
too.
Wild Growth? Yeah. Yeah, that's probably smart.
Yeah, we gotta accelerate. We could go into Nourish. Well, it depends. We probably can't Nourish too much, but let's just see. I'm gonna just Wild Growth here. I'm hoping to see a Berserker. Come on. Do it. You know you want to.
Captain.
Ah,
That's, yeah,
a
that's rough.
little rough, but Now we may wrath that. Just
Yeah.
you gotta wrath and then take one other thing down. Yep. Because it's too much damage coming in. You guys want me to kill Patches or
Yes. Kill Patches.
Patches needs to go?
Sounded like a little malice there, Versika.
I know, it's like kill that guy. We don't want to see him. Oh man.
Like, I can't believe at one point I was actually excited about that card.
Okay, well, he plays an Corsair. That's swipeable, I guess.
Yep.
Or
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
do we
5,
just
6,
drew
7.
Innervate and throw the Curator out there?
I don't know. Yasar's on turn 7 is pretty sweet.
I think you should nourish.
Well,
Nourish?
See, I'm still thinking maybe swap the
I
the
think
swipe is the. I think
Yeah.
swipe's the right play.
Swipe. Okay.
swap the Corsair. Yeah.
just because that's what 8 damage if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of his big minions that could actually get through the Curator.
Yeah, the Curator would just kind of die. Didn't do anything else here. That's fine. Let's see. You don't have removal. That's a 4/3. There's the Berserker. He was waiting.
There
on
he
it.
is.
Yep.
Well, the Curator's actually not bad. Ooh, the Anaconda. But I think we coin out the Anaconda.
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
He
Well,
has to clear it, right? And then
He
we
doesn't
can
have
we
to
can
clear
Curator
it.
next turn.
All right, let's try it. I don't see anything much better.
Yeah.
Take 8 plus whatever charger he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Because he probably will play Elite.
Corcoran.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
On a Lee or
Corcoran Heroic Strike kind of messes us up.
Yeah. Go ahead and do it though.
yeah, I think
I
we
mean, it's
can.
not lethal if he does that, but
He either kills it or he
We have
loses the Berserker.
the earthen scales to put on your shards to get.
oh
some-
yeah,
So
Yeah, we don't have to worry about the Anaconda pulling Curator out because he's only a 4 attack. So
yeah.
depends on what we draw. Let's just see. I would like to play it.
He might kill it.
There's Berserker
He's
again.
got to kill it.
You know
With
what
the-
would have been good here? Galaka Crawler, but you know, it's not in our deck. No, it is. Just don't have it. Man, another frothing. What is it? South Sea Deckhand.
here we go.
Oh, he's
Yeah. See, he's only going to get an extra 3 damage on the one frothing this way.
Well, here comes your shards for sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
So we can get.
and he
11.
can't clear it this turn. He can't clear it.
Nope. All
And
right.
we can Curator Innervate into Earthen Scales,
Yep.
Yeah.
even. Putting up a taunt. Ooh.
That too. But no, I don't
No,
think.
I don't think we do
I don't
that.
think so either. I like
Yeah.
the Curator Earth and Scales Innervate play.
Yeah.
And we take down one of these 5/4s, I
Yep.
guess.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
Because we're gonna take how much from this? Like 7 from one of the Berserkers? No,
Yeah,
8.
yeah. One of
Yeah.
those Berserkers has to die.
Yeah, one of them has to die, but the other one's going to get through. But we'll put up enough. We'll put up enough armor to negate that. Oh, hunger! Oh.
We can
Hey,
throw.
We
Crab in
can
there,
we can
too.
throw the crab
Hungry.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, Hungry Crab actually really works.
Just another little nagging
Yep.
thing,
Yep,
and we'll take this down.
because he's
I want
probably
the
going to
primordial
run.
drink out of this. Come on, baby.
He's probably going to run Blood Sail and Face into the Curator.
No, so we're gonna take like 11 from this.
That's still fine. That we negated that with the armor, and we can clear it next turn or silence it.
Heroic.
Okay, I don't understand why he did that.
Oh,
Okay,
there's the heroic strike.
Oh, but he didn't need to kill the weapon. Huh. It was a
yeah,
2,
I
right?
don't. Yeah, I don't understand. That was a misplay.
It's all
He
right.
didn't need to kill the weapon.
So now
Ooh.
now we just Iron Beak the Berserker and
we
use
could
the
just
Mire
play
Keeper to
Drake,
clear the blood
actually.
cell.
Yeah,
I think we play.
Yeah, I like you ping, use the crab to ping the 4/3 and hit the other one, and then Drake, and then hit him in the face
'Cause
for
it's-
11.
It's more
Yeah.
defense.
It's the taunt that's really going to help us. And we still preserve a life on our Yasarish.
And we're gonna get like Ysera. Come on. Oh
that
yeah,
would be great.
he's
There it
just-
goes.
Oh, he's no fun.
Let's see the end of this.
Hasn't he ever seen Hero Power before? I mean, come on.
So, for those of you who don't watch, that may not watch us regularly, we usually do a best 2 out of 3, depending on how much time we have. So, let's get another one in here and see how we do.
We ain't got nothing to do tomorrow, right?
There's something going on.
Rasika shaking his head.
Oh man.
Sorry, I can make my fiance drive.
Versika doesn't have to get up till 6 a.m. That's like half a day for him.
Yeah, usually he's up at like 4.
That's true.
Yeah. Now, it was a good hand against Pirate Warrior. That's why.
Easy Mac Daddy in chat says taunt is cheat.
That's right.
All right, so we're playing a rogue.
If we had Innervate or we had the coin, Nourish would be appealing, but we don't have an Ancient. You're too early. But Wild Growth, we like you. Oh, and you see how much work that Hungry Crab did?
Oh, yeah.
At 4-3. That was the finishing blow for that guy.
It
right.
was.
I can't see Easy Mac Daddy in our chat without thinking Easy Mac and Cheese Daddy. I don't know why.
Oh, look at this.
Does.
More wild.
Ooh,
Yeah, second
nice.
Wild Growth and a swipe.
And with Rogue, we might have time to do it.
So
Yeah, I don't know. Will it be like a Jade Rogue? Oh, no, this is a
it's a Miracle Rogue.
Miracle Rogue, yeah.
I don't know.
Actually,
Oh, this
I've
does.
been playing an aggro rogue that abuses hallucination.
So you guys, what's your thoughts on, do I play the leftmost Wild Growth or the middle Wild Growth?
Always the leftmost, according to the Book of Frid.
Oh.
See, it was a test.
You know what
I
I-
knew it was a test.
You chose
Pop quiz.
wisely.
You have selected the appropriate answer. Oh,
Oh, what?
War Leader.
Oh.
Versika, you gotta stop calling things, okay? What is it with you in this clairvoyance?
all right. I would like an opinion here from Versika, especially. What do you like? We could scout.
Honestly, I
We
think I
just-
would just. I think I'm good. I'm good with just wild growthing and armoring up and sending one to the face.
Just plan on Moonglade?
Yep.
Don't believe in hitting something juicy? Probably not.
Not,
Okay.
not yet, just because there's so many other small things in the deck.
My concern is he coined out War Leader.
We have
Yeah.
swipe, so I'm not as worried about that.
Yeah, even another War Leader would still only put it at 5-4.
Yeah,
I
that,
do it.
that was his plan. It's okay. Maybe you
Yeah,
do
that's not bad.
that. Okay. That's a
See, now we can swipe armor into next turn. Bright-eyed scout
Yeah,
or ancient.
or
Mhm.
ancient.
Yep.
we can Ancient next turn, yeah. We
Because
need to swipe this turn, though.
taunt is cheat.
Unfortunate that the one damage doesn't carry over.
Right.
It's fine. It's all good. See,
And
the
if
Bright
we-
Eyed Scout would have gotten us this. Just saying. Versika's in the room. We get
True.
lucky.
It's true.
Okay. I mean, do you think he has sap? Possibly.
I run one sap in mine. I
But-
don't know. I think we Moonglade here.
We just Moonglade? Why would we do that now?
Put something on the board to contest it because he still hasn't thrown anything else out.
Well,
I
Ancient
think if you-
Award does that.
I
Yeah.
think if you I think if you ancient, he's probably just going to sap it or Vile Spine Slayer it.
Well, he
Okay.
can't. He doesn't have anything to combo with the Volspine Slayer.
Oh, it's
Sure he
separate.
does.
Yeah,
Backstab.
no.
Oh well, that's true.
Yeah, I guess.
So if we do you think get the health now and
I think so. But that's that's my opinion. It's not a great expenditure of mana. Yeah, we could also Bright-Eyed Scout and Hero Power and slow roll it a little bit, but
to see if doesn't that give him more time to get the Slayer? Well,
it does, but he didn't really do much that last turn, and he coined out the
all right.
War
Well,
Leader. It makes so
we do Moonglade. Let's stick to that.
Okay.
I like that.
We've got the other one in our hand anyway, so.
Yeah.
Karen? Behemoth?
Oh,
Behemoth, that's not
That's
bad.
not
That
bad.
contests the board really well.
Yeah. If he
And
has
hard to get rid of. And he doesn't want to sap it.
those Thalnos, Abyss, okay.
And then...
And- Cold Blood?
What? Oh, okay.
he's
Okay,
going to hit
I
us
thought-
for 7, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
okay. Now I would play.
Ancient?
Scout
play the
take that
Ancient.
down, or you do the Ancient?
I would play the Ancient.
All right.
Uprooted, right?
10-5, right?
Yeah.
I'll be
Uproot, no
Twitch chat.
balls.
Uproot, no balls.
It is
There's
the
the sap. You're right. Why is Rasika always right?
Cold Blood.
Yeah. Second
We
Cold
ne-
Blood.
Oh
Need
my
a-
lord, greedy.
You need another swipe or a
I
wrath.
actually really, I've enjoyed this list.
Second swipe tears us a hole.
So Ancient and kill the
Go
Thalnos.
with Thalnos.
Hope for the best.
Yeah,
That's
What are
a
we
new
at? Hold
play.
on. We go. He's already used an Eviscerate. If we Moonglade, that takes us to 15 with armor. That's 16. He has
You gotta kill
12
this.
in hand. Yeah. I mean, if he's got a sap, we're dead. If we Moonglade, he probably won't sap that to hand, and we can clear the next turn, but then we're kind of out of options. So I guess Ancient of War is the best play.
And then
And
take
then
this
Clear
down.
Thalnos.
yeah. Kill Thanos. Yeah.
We're dead to sap regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. We just needed a wrath to deal with this.
And actually, this is probably where we're going to see Ballspine Slayer.
Yeah, that too. So either way, that's
He probably draws it.
This is an aggressive list. I like it.
aggressive. Yeah, Murlocs and Cold Bloods and just kill you.
I
Straight
hope
up.
Super Popo is not going to DreamHack Atlanta.
I don't know, man. It's still
I don't
going
want
to
to see that down there.
Oh,
You got Nourish?
Nourish. Wow.
Is it sap of the top?
Wow.
No sap.
He
He would've done
was
it by
fishing
now.
for it.
He would have snapped sap. Oh, wow. He has to eat it. He
Wow.
doesn't want to, though.
What's this? More smork.
Oh.
So we know he doesn't have the sap.
Yeah.
So the other Ancient of War,
Oh man, if that was a hungry crab,
yeah.
would have been nice. All
I
right,
think
so
Moonglade into Bright-Eyed.
don't take this down.
No. Moonglade into Bright-Eyed.
He's used two
He's used both of his
Cold Bloods
yeah.
already.
How
Yeah.
about we bright eye first?
Okay.
You always draw first, right, Fred?
That's right. I'm just testing. I'm just checking.
I was just thinking you don't know what you're going to get off the Moonglade portal. It might change your strategy. You might want to go with the Galaka Crawler and the Hero Power.
Oh, if it's a taunter?
Yeah.
You have more
that's a
faith
good
in
point.
that than in the deck? All right, let's try that then.
Wow,
Sorry,
that Ben's
I have-
trying to keep up with us and can't top
I
fast
have a-
enough.
I have a method, too.
Hey, it
It's
could go
just
either way.
Weird.
There's the current
There's the
one.
Karen.
Yeah.
Vile's fine proof, but it's sap deadly. All right, let's just do that. Oh,
Oh,
If we would have bright eyed first.
it would have been, and it's a 5-mana hungry
Oh, yeah.
crab.
5 mana hungry crab. See the Frid rolls?
Fred rolls.
Perfect.
Fred rolls. All
right. There's the backstab. Don't kill it. Leave it up.
Vile Spawn. Nope.
Oh, we have all the stuff we need to
Just,
kill
he's
him.
just making sure we don't get value off our trade.
All right. We have to do this, right? The ancient.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
Ancient and Galaka?
Oh, we're dead to
Is it
eviscerate.
lethal?
Yeah, it's lethal.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think anyway, it's
All right. So we're 1-1. So we've got one more to go.
the most aggressive rogue I've seen yet.
Yeah. We need to get that list over to Jolly. That might make him happy.
I can do that. I was waiting for it.
I hope
to
he's
be,
watching the show.
I was waiting for it to be. I wasn't quite ready to let it out of the bag yet. So
Yeah.
Oh.
it was going to be my surprise in case we played Hearthstone at Battle and Brew.
I'm sure there will be some
Ah.
Hearthstone played.
That's kind of what I
Somebody-
was thinking.
Somebody's been getting into your Hearthstone files. And
All
stealing
right.
your tech. Ooh, Jade Blossoms.
You think we should keep it? Probably. Is this
We're not on
priest?
the coin. It is priest. We'll have time for it.
It's not like he's gonna do anything. Well, maybe, but
And ramping from 3 to 5
I
is really going to be helpful.
I was going to say, if he's playing Priest at 3, he's got to be playing either Miracle or Combo, right?
No.
Okay.
throw everything back.
I would keep the Jade Blossom.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Craptasm in chat says we need to get that rogue list over to Dan.
We get rewarded with a wild growth right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the rogue list was for Dan because he wouldn't expect me to play it.
Nice. Yeah, the priest list I'm running is a.
Look at the hungry crab taunting us.
Yeah.
In his golden glory. Like, yeah,
Murloc priest. It could happen.
I needed you last game. He would have killed that 11-3. It would have been very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been. He would have just conceded.
Yeah. Kind of a swing, right? Small one.
Oh,
Never a better wrath target.
Don't need to blossom. Nah. Let's kill it.
Yeah, kill it. Kill it.
Yeah, it
kill
needs
with
to die. It
Fire.
needs to die with fire.
We blossom next turn. That's fine. Fits even better with the hero power.
Mm-hmm.
Golden crab. I got this from one of the season end rewards, I believe.
That's
My
really
God.
cool.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Oh,
Remember?
good luck.
This looks similar to the list that Wicked Good gave Ridiculous Hat for last week so far. It's a
Oh,
miracle.
Ah,
So
he didn't get it.
nothing.
Missed it.
See,
He
that
probably
could
had
happen.
an enchant. See, against Druid,
Oh
I'll
my
get something like
Oh yeah.
Behemoth and
This.
Enchanted Raven. Oh, this
Wild
is
growth.
nice.
All
Jade
day
Blossom. Oh.
long. Yeah.
Disgusting. It's just ramp, baby.
Easy
Now
Peter.
we just need the big things. to
Yeah,
come.
next turn we curator and just start drawing big stuff.
And see, he's not seen anything yet. For all he knows, we're playing Jade Druid.
Yeah. Priest of the Feast. Yeah,
And
sure,
see,
but
why didn't he clear it? Oh,
yeah, I don't understand that.
yeah. Do we just go ahead and pop out the? Well, do we get punished by the Hungry Crab at all with Potion of Madness? Not really.
Well, kill this.
Yeah.
He's gonna do that with the
Kill
Jade
the
anyways.
We need to throw it out.
We either need to kill off our Jade or go ahead and throw out the Hungry Crab. Either way,
This is not going to do anything else, right?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Just go face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We go Deathwing Dragon Lord, maybe. Depends on the hand. Probably.
We could
No.
innervate that out next turn.
Yeah, but we don't have anything else.
Yeah, we don't have any
so.
dragons.
It's true.
Okay, there's another cleric.
Oh, we know
but-
we're getting.
Kodo's
Stay-
gonna
Oh no.
he's gonna nuke it.
Yeah.
Total
Shadow-
value.
Gotta do
Yeah,
some work.
get some value. It's fine.
Oh.
Ooh.
Would you swipe too?
Could
Just-
just
Oh, I
swipe
would
it.
absolutely.
Save the Kodo for Radiant Elemental.
Yep.
Trade everything?
No, you don't have
Well,
to
we're only
trade.
gonna- We,
I
we
would
could swipe, Hungry Crab, and Hero Power.
Send one to face.
Well, and then it really dies to Potion of Madness, but meh,
It's okay.
it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I don't think so.
More
we
worried
could-
about his hand size.
Yeah. You think the Kodo can hit something else? Maybe.
Yeah, he's definitely playing Radiant Elemental.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, the good thing about his hand size is if he puts Lisa Trailblazer out and he does get the pack, he's gonna have a hard time using the pack.
Tracking it?
Andy has a dragon
Okay.
in hand.
Yeah.
This is kind of a hybrid. This is like that Kibler list,
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say he's rocking Primordial Drake.
most likely.
I think this goes down anyway, but
Well,
Well,
I mean,
depends. There's the potion. See, you did have it. That's
which
fine.
is fine.
Need another dragon.
Oh,
Eh,
ancient. It's
Do
not
we
bad.
ancient?
Well, the ancient doesn't really challenge the 5/6, but
if he uses a death in it,
I was gonna say what it does do is draw out the death.
Yeah.
Because
If
I'm
it
pretty
didn't
sure
draw
come-
to death.
this
because
list
this-
runs one.
if it deaths, we get nothing, which kind of
Right.
sucks.
Right.
I put out definitely because now
Yeah,
he
we
can't
s-
even shadow visions for his death. So
Have
I
we
would
seen
put
the
it out.
Shadow Visions yet?
Yes, he
Yes,
played one.
He's played one.
One, okay.
I think we do this though, or you want to? Moonblade doesn't seem to make any sense.
No,
No.
I think that's our only play.
We're gonna be playing
Yeah.
one thing a turn here until we
So
draw.
here's
like
the question. Did you already go to face?
Yeah, sorry.
My question was if popping it, since we have the heal, popping it to a 5/5, making him have to heal it before he goes into the 5/10, if that would have been any merit at all.
I
Mm,
don't think so.
I don't think so, but
There's
Here's
the
the
death.
So it was a moot point.
it's not from the
From
shadow vision, so
right.
that's
No,
good.
it's not.
Oh, but now that's another one. So he's gonna try to look for the death because he knows.
Only if he's running two. If he's only running one, then
Yeah, no,
he
they.
can't pull it.
I think they run two. but-
Yeah, most of the dragon themed decks have been running too. Though he is running Glimmer Skill, the Glimmer Root.
Would you throw the Dragon Lord or just Moonglade and Mire Keeper?
I think
Well-
I would Moonglade Mire Keeper.
Mhm.
Yeah, get more threats on the board for him
Get
to
some
deal with.
pressure out.
It's gonna force him to use the
With Dragon Fire?
Fire.
Yeah. Do we
Yeah.
overextend that way? I guess so, because this is not gonna do.
I would.
Yeah, I mean it's not going to do any good at this point. We've already ramped up all we can ramp.
So he's gonna potion this, and then we hope to draw something like Yashar or something like that.
Yeah,
Or drawing Ysera and
Yeah,
we can
there's
Dragon
the potion.
Fire, yeah.
created by Shadow Visions.
Yep.
Oh, it
Yep,
said that?
That's what he
Yeah.
grabbed
Yep.
instead of the death.
But that doesn't seem to make. Oh my god.
Deathwing?
I think you
I
just
Now
think
do
you
we
have
put it-
to.
trot Deathwing out.
Let's see if he has the other death.
Time to toss that big boy on the table. See if he can match it.
Yeah, this is the kind of draw that just dead. We have the rest should be all big boys. He has the other death.
Created
Some
by
should-
Shadow
Shadow
Visions.
Visions.
Okay, well that's that. No value. We wouldn't be sad to draw like a Deathwing here. Oh look, you
Yeah,
got
discarding this hand wouldn't be a big deal.
Oh, he went uproot.
He went uproot.
for this. Yeah. I guess.
Yep.
So he may have another death yet.
That's true.
Yep.
This guy's got balls because he used uproot. And according to Twitch chat, that's the only way
Maybe
you
if he
have
has
balls.
another death, it'll work out for him. Pretty
Priest balls.
Well. Yeah. He went for it.
Uproot ball.
Oh man, he's looking for
Now he knows what to dig for.
yeah. No more confusion. It's
Yeah.
probably a Aya or something. Maybe.
I like how your card back shows up when they do the Glimmer Root. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, he got it.
Got it.
At this time. The fact that I wonder if you should have Kodo for some tempo, but too late now.
Hmm.
Oh, so he's using Bookworm.
Because
He
it's,
knows we don't have
Offers.
anything small.
Oh.
There's the Deathwing. Yes. Now,
Doesn't-
oh, well, we can't. You can't innovate on full mana.
No,
anyways.
you cannot.
That's right.
you could have. So he may have the third death here.
We could have hero powered, innervated, and then done the Deathwing to get
Yeah.
us an extra armor. But
Language hacker was clear to point out. So I get to feel what you feel, Zeroshio. He's watching. He's like, miss
what's
one.
the hero power? I'm glad I caught it.
Yes.
The
All
student
right,
becomes the master.
Ooh.
Nice.
Would you throw this down and go face, or
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, start killing him?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
It's not a very well-known fact, but priests have trouble getting rid of minions that have 4
Or
attack.
fourth? Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that before. but-
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's news to me.
He has,
meta.
he has to either throw down a taunt, get rid of one of these guys, or heal
He's going
himself.
to chunk away. He has no way to get rid of the Deathwing. He's exhausted all of his deaths.
Well, it could be like
He's got
No,
one more
he's
down.
got one more.
swipe from us. Oh, there's the radiant. So you were right. Yeah, it is a swipe. Yeah. Still, it's fine. Oh no!
Oh, main decked greater healing potion. That's nuts.
Would you draw? Of course.
I think
Do
you
we
draw.
need to draw?
Which one do I? This
Yeah. Yeah, I think you hit the 5-2 and then see
I
what
think
you draw.
Yeah, I think we 5-2 the face.
Yeah.
We hit it for one.
It's
hit
pretty.
it with
We're
our
not going to get
face.
a bunch of burst.
Oh, that's a good draw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Right in the curve too.
Heal me, right? Not Deathwing?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Heal you.
Anything good? Oh, 4/4.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Now
Hey.
hero power to clear the 5-1 and go face.
I don't think so. I think you clear Radiant Elemental.
Oh, do you?
Do I?
Uh huh.
Yeah, Lyra shenanigans.
That's true.
Because that'll give him all kinds of cards. Because it's not just what's in his deck.
That's fine. Yeah, I think you're right. And we have what's left here? Deck check. We have an Iron Beak Owl. That would be nice now.
What would Anaconda bring out for him? What could it possibly bring out?
Oh, I don't care, right? I just play this and go face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You absolutely.
Do you even clear the Anaconda, or you just?
No.
I don't
Let-
think so.
You let him run the Anaconda
Yeah.
into the Primordial Drake.
Yes, that's what I think. I'm just checking. Got to play all angles,
Do
right?
I kill it? I don't think so.
No.
No.
Let
No.
him do that.
He still needs the death. He may pick it up, but these 4 attack minions will be problematic.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have like Holy Nova and that even?
Well, he has the other Dragonfire potion.
Oh, he's got
or the 4/2.
Nope. He didn't have anything.
doesn't have anything. All right. Well,
That's yeah.
That's just it.
No.
Not
Not
it.
quite.
No.
oh,
Draw 2 cards. Or draw 3 cards. Yeah.
I'm gonna gain mana right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You go right ahead with that.
Anaconda, Kalaka Crawler. Okay,
Yashar's.
so we gotta take down. Wait, do I play the Kalaka because of Potion of Madness, or hold it back for a sec?
I would hold it back.
Yeah.
But
We
this
have to
goes
clear
down-
our Deathwing. Yeah. Deathwing did his job.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Goodbye.
How
Good-
many minions did he clear? Like 5? Total?
Now he needs like a Holy Nova, right, or another Primordial.
Yeah.
But then I go this or this.
I would put the Anaconda out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make the Yashar's a surprise. He will likely clear it with that.
Okay, and then we can use it on.
Yeah, the next turn we could use the Earthling Scales on the
How do we get
Yashar.
rid of this guy though? That's the thing.
Well, I think we don't right now, obviously. make him make the trade. And if he doesn't make the trade, we make the trade.
I think you just play the Anaconda and Hero Power and pass.
Yeah.
I think that's right. We have 5 cards, so that's a bit of a problem. But he has one more death, right, that we know of that's sitting in there.
Yeah. And one more Dragonfire Potion.
And some mysterious dragons. Has he played Netherspite? Not yet.
No, but he's played both Draconids.
We haven't seen Ysera.
Nope.
Right.
Yeah.
2 Primordials.
Oh, and maybe the
Lyra.
Lyra. Okay, Priest of the Feast.
Priest of the Feast. So no Lyra.
He's gonna go face. Another one? That's what was missing. Alright.
He's gonna draw a bit, which is gonna help us out a little bit in the fatigue race.
Mm-hmm. Alright. The death probably can. Do you get this guy out first, then scout, or?
Well, it won't pull the scout, but you're right. It might pull something. Scout might pull something that'll pull instead. So we probably need to get the Yashars out first.
Anything else that we? I mean, this is 12 health. It's not 2 swipes we need or something. Have we used it?
Well, I was going to say the Broad-Eyed Scout could pull the Iron Beak, and even at 5, that's still a value if we get to silence that 412, right?
Yeah,
then
but
we can just clear the Radiant Elemental?
Or the priest
Or the
with
Priest?
Oh no, too big.
Well, you'd have to Earthen Scales the.
And that would, I mean...
The Conda.
Yeah.
That you could do.
Want to try it?
Let's
Sure.
try.
That's worth a try. Yeah.
It's not a
Trigger.
bad play. Swipe.
No.
Alright, so Anaconda play.
And then Earthen
do I
Scales.
scales or not?
Yeah. Go ahead and Scales.
Then Hero Power and face. Oh,
Well, we're gonna run out of cards shortly. Let's
Yeah.
see. He'll
And
pull out the owl.
probably
Just
pull
watch.
the owl.
Oh.
I think it's the only one left, isn't it?
He's Sarah,
Yes.
Oh,
but no card. That's sad.
And this is where he
That's
top decks to death.
Oh yeah. By this point, he's gonna have it.
there
it
it
is.
is.
Right
Yeah.
off the top.
But we have a Ysera.
Oh,
There
Elise.
she is.
Oh man.
So he has to heal the Primordial Drake, right? But it still puts it in swipe. No, it's outside swipe range if he does that.
Pain.
Ooh,
oh,
pain.
All kinds of answers.
yeah. That sucked.
Yeah.
Well, we can kill
A
it.
lot of health still. Yeah, we'll have to use our face and swipe.
Or we
Oh,
can
there's a
Iron Beak it.
silence.
So do we beak this and then what? Swipe Elise? Kill? No.
Swipe the
Let's.
Radiant Elemental, then run Ysera and our face into the Priest of the Feast, maybe?
Or Elise. More damage, right?
What do you think, Rasika?
Actually, I liked that line. We got to get that Priest of the Feast off the board.
Okay, so beak this.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Swap the
Radiant.
Radiant.
Tank this. And face.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And hope that she gives us a Ysera Awakens.
Yeah. Let's see what we get. Awakens? Drake.
Yeah,
So
works.
he needs.
Yeah.
Not terrible with all the deaths gone.
He needs a potion of madness to kill. Oh, he can kill it straight. That's right.
Yeah, he can kill it straight, but doesn't leave him with much left. We can trade in.
Our last card is a Nourish.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, that's
So
not
that's-
good.
So, do we just trade the beak into Elise and then throw both our minions down?
I think you definitely throw the Galaka, and then I think you run face into Elise and send the owl to his face and play the Drake.
Don't we want to kill the dragon because of the second potion? I don't know. It doesn't
Well,
matter.
that potion doesn't affect our Drake at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, but his Drake.
Or Emerald Drake.
Yeah. All right. So you said this guy. It doesn't matter. I think this is over. But
Yeah.
Drake, and then face the 5.
Yep.
Yep.
Face the 5/1. Run the owl to face.
So he's gonna have either Dragonfire or the Potion of Madness or something like that. That I think are gonna deal with our Drake.
Yeah, Potion. I didn't think Potion Madness would.
Yeah, he can clear the 2/3 and send the dragon in.
Mm-hmm.
We're left with a 2/1, and then we can immolate ourselves by drawing 3 cards.
Correct.
So a little bit of a ordering challenge there with the Dragon Lord not having other dragons.
Yeah.
And he topped the death for the Yashar, so that's
Yeah.
another problem. Oh well. See, this is what I was thinking, to kill this because of that. But
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he doesn't have a way to kill it, apparently.
no, he doesn't. And if we kill off the Primordial Drake, he doesn't seem to have anything to threaten. He's doing math now to see if he'll win the fatigue race.
So do I kill it and
I think you have to kill it.
You have to kill it, but he doesn't necessarily have. He's got to draw. He's got to
Like-
draw Lyra
So
and then
we're
have
gonna.
a spell to cast on her.
like Holy Nova? Is that possible? Doesn't have anything.
Try and do the math to see if we. I don't think we can make the race even with getting
it's got-
armor every
it's got
turn.
something. There's
There's
Lyra.
Lyra. Yeah.
And if we have to trade, we have to trade, which offsets the math, and he'll win the fatigue race.
Yep.
Yep. Because we're at 9, we'll go to 6 next time. There you go. Just help him out a little bit. Ernest, we're helping you.
A little bit of
We're helping
overkill.
Well, there you go. It's
Well-
a very fun deck.
Yeah, it can work, as you saw the one time, but here, sometimes it just doesn't line up the way you want it to, but it's no big deal.
For somebody who was tongue-tied, he sure wanted to emote at the end.
I didn't see it.
He said,
Yeah, he
the light
actually-
shall burn you.
Oh, really?
Still had his pack in the deck too, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
could have drawn answers that way.
Yep. All right,
yeah, I'm not
guys.
sure exactly what, other than the deaths, we could have done slightly different.
Yeah, the 3 deaths really helped him out a lot. So, but all right, well, guys, again, we want to thank you both for coming on and helping us celebrate episode 90 this week, and
Glad to do it.
we're really excited to hang out with you guys this weekend at DreamHack. So, all
It'll be a
right,
large time.
yeah. So,
Yes, I will be there.
It's gonna be fun.
Zeroshio, any last second thoughts before we call it a night?
Well, DreamHack Atlanta is going to be a large time. I'm going to have a lot of fun. I can't wait to meet you guys. I can't wait to compete in my first major. I can't wait to go out 0-3 in the Grand Prix. It's going to be so much fun. Lots of drinking afterwards and consoling after my terrible loss.
All right, Versika.
Hopefully I pull things out and do at least moderately decent.
All right, go ahead, Versika.
I'm super excited to get down to Atlanta. I can't wait to see all the people that we've been talking to on Twitter and then on our show and getting some actual FaceTime with people. And I think it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to the meet and greet tomorrow night. I've got all kinds of SD card space cleared off, so I am ready to go with my tech, and we're going to have pictures, and we're going to have video logs, and we're going to have regular blogs. It's going to be awesome. So heropowerhs.com.
Keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out, because if the press room has high-speed internet, I'm going to be updating multiple times a day. So
There you go.
And we promise we will keep Versika from drunk blogging.
I make
Well, why do you wanna do
make
that?
none of those promises.
We'll let him and Ronnie trunk blog together.
There you
oh my
go.
gosh,
Wow.
we'll drunk vlog together.
There, Drunk vlog. All right. Speaking of Ronnie, Dan.
Yes. I'm really looking forward to this trip coming up because after 129 episodes in a row, I finally get to meet my podcast partner in person. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be such an incredible time getting to meet everybody in person and hang out and play a whole bunch of Hearthstone and all the other stuff going on. So yeah, it's I imagine I'm going to be pretty tired when it's all over.
So up to this point, you've just been an internet stalker, isn't that right? Isn't that how y'all met in the first place?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Fred's just nodding.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly right. Well, he'll get to. It's
if y'all want to hear that story, hit us up when we're at
after a few beers.
Dan will get to tour this side of the HearthCoach studios in person, so that'll be interesting. And then we'll head over to the meet and greet. So we'll see you guys over there. It should be a good time.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it. I'm going to wrap up because I've got to go edit this episode before I call it a night and get up and drive to Atlanta tomorrow. So.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, you're not driving.
Yeah.
You're not driving.
I'm driving.
I got my
speaking
stress
of that,
ball here.
Do you have your stuff? Do you have your stuff packed?
Not even started.
Oh my god.
We'll talk about that after show. We'll talk about that after show.
Yeah. All right, guys. So if you have any questions or comments about the show, please shoot us an email at heropowerpodcast@gmail.com. If you have any questions about the deck, send them over to us, and if we can't answer them, we'll get them to Frid, and we'll get a reply for you. Please hit that subscribe button below on YouTube if you haven't done so already, or give us a follow on Twitch to be alerted as to when we go live. And for more details on our Patreon, you can find that at patreon.com/heropower. Until next week, good gaming.
Bye, guys.
Later.
Good luck getting a legend.